Before I start this video, I just want to say that my second video with the Bengals is titled This, what is shown on the screen right here. So if you haven't seen that yet, go right ahead. And if you're totally confused or lost about what I'm talking about, then you probably haven't seen my first video on the Bengals. And that just popped up right now. So if you want to watch those videos, go right ahead. If not, if you want to keep watching this one, go right ahead. Totally up to you. Whatever you want to do is totally fine with me. But yeah, we're going to be playing our third game with the Cincinnati Bengals. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. Our opponent's going to be the Miami Dolphins. And if you don't remember, in our first video, we actually did play against the Dolphins. Now, let's just say that game was not the greatest game in the world. And yeah, hopefully we can get a better result in this game than we did the last time we played against the Dolphins. This time we'll be on the road. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the first time we're playing on the road. I'm trying to think. Actually, no, it's not, because we played against the Eagles on the road. As the Dolphins actually kicked this out of bounds, so we'll get it at our own 41. Joe Burrow is going to drop back to pass, find his man Jamar Chase, who's wide open, shaking off a tackle, and he's able to get the first down up to about the 39-yard line of the Dolphins. Good start, 1st and 10. Joe Burrow back to pass again. He's going to throw to his tight end, but it's picked off by Xavier Howard. He was looking for Hayden Hurst, but instead, Xavier Howard was there to ball hawk that ball and get the Dolphins the ball. So this will be the Dolphins' first play on offense. 1st and 10, he finds Tyreek Hill in the middle of the field. He's able to use that speed to get open, and yeah, as you can imagine, he is a problem for defenses. Tua back to pass again on 1st and 10, and he's going to find Mike Gesicki, who actually mosses Logan Wilson and gets a lot of yards after the catch, getting up to the 28-yard line, but not before taking a big hit. It'll be 1st and 10, and Tua's back to pass once again, and he's going to throw. Jalen Waddle makes that catch, and gets the first down. Jesse Bates there to make that tackle. And it will be 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Tua back to pass once again. He is going to throw, and it's incomplete, looking for his man Raheem Mostert, the running back, but instead it gets forced out of the hands of him by Bengals. 2nd and 10. Tua actually gets taken down right away as the Bengals pass rush was able to get to him that time. 3rd and 12 at the 15-yard line. Tua back to pass once again, and he is going to throw, and it's caught by Mike Gesicki in the end zone, absolutely bullying the defender on that play. And you gotta be scratching your head right now if you're the Cincinnati Bengals, because you could have knocked that ball loose, but you didn't. So a bit of a missed opportunity by us. And kick was up and good for the PAT, so the Dolphins will be up 7-0. We will get the ball back, see what we can do. Hopefully do better than our first drive where we threw a pick to Xavier Howard. It'll remains to be seen what's going to happen. We'll have to play it out. All right, so 1st and 10 at 24. Joe Burrow back to pass. He's going to find a wide open T. Higgins, who's able to expose whatever coverage they're running to make it 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Joe Burrow back to pass once again, and he's going to go deep to Jamar Chase, and he makes that catch, burning Byron Jones and getting his first touchdown of the game. I guess another Joe Burrow-Jamar Chase connection, that's what I meant to say. But yeah, Jamar Chase able to take the top off that defense and get an easy touchdown. So just like that, this is a tie game, and we're back in it. And the Dolphins need to put the pressure on the Dolphins a little bit. That's what we want to do. See how the Dolphins can respond to that now that they're a little bit under some pressure now, because if they don't score, they could give up the lead depending on what happens. But I digress. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Dolphins. Tua's going to hand off to Raheem Mostert. I think this is his first carry of the game, and he's not really going to go anywhere. He only gets a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 8. And on 2nd and 8, Tua's back to pass, and he's going to pass to Jalen Waddle, who makes that catch in the middle of the field to make it 1st down and 10 at the 42-yard line. As those middle passes are really killing us right now. As Raheem Mostert able to get 2 more yards on his carry. That will in the first quarter. 7-7's the score. Could be better, could be worse. I mean, I'm not going to complain too much because we're in the game, and that's really all that matters. 2nd and 8 at the 44 to a back to pass. He is going to throw it deep to Jalen Waddle, and he makes that catch. He's on a linebacker for some reason. What the hell were the Bengals doing, putting a linebacker on Jalen Waddle? Clearly, the Dolphins were able to expose that. As 1st and 10, Raheem Mostert are able to not go anywhere. He loses 2 yards. So the Bengals were able to get a loss of yards on that tackle. As this will be a sack by Sam Hubbard, and that'll be a loss of 4 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 16 to a back to pass. He's going to throw, and this is incomplete. Looking for Tyreek Hill, but that does get knocked away. So this time they are able to knock the pass away on 3rd down. So now it's 4th down and 16, and the Dolphins are going for it. I mean, I don't know why you would go for this. And this will be incomplete as the Bengals were well prepared for that middle throw that the Dolphins were trying to do. It does not pay off for the Dolphins. I don't know why you wouldn't just take your points there. 1st and 10, Tyler Boyd able to get wide open on that play. It'll be 1st down and 10 at the 42-yard line. And, yeah, Joe Burrow back to pass once again. He's going to throw it deep to Tyler Boyd. Makes that catch. Able to shake free. They try to tackle him, but he could not go down as he gets a touchdown. Tyler Boyd gets our 2nd touchdown of the day. So our Bengals receivers are actually doing pretty well right now. Jamar Chase had that big play, and Tyler Boyd just did that. So now we're up. We're up by 7, and we have quite some momentum. All right, so now the pressure's really on the Dolphins, because if they don't score here, it could get ugly fast. So they definitely need to be careful here if they want to stay in this game. But we will see what Tua and the Dolphins can draw up as he's back to pass once again. He's going to go deep to Tyreek Hill, and it's incomplete. He almost had him, but there was an extra Bengal there to disrupt it just enough to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line. Tua back to pass once again. And he's going to throw, and it's incomplete again, as the Bengals are starting to be more prepared. 3rd and 10 at the 25-yard line. See if they can get another stop on 3rd down. Tua back to pass, and he's going to throw. They cannot get the stop as Tyreek Hill in the middle of the field is going to make that catch to make it 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. And, yeah, our 3rd down defense could definitely be a little better. 1st and 10 at the 38. Jalen Waddle wide open, making that catch and getting just enough for the 1st down. That will take us to the 2-minute warning. Dolphins will be at the 50-yard line. Tua back to pass again. He's going to throw it deep to Tyreek Hill. And he just mosses Taylor Britt, and he's able to get down to the 6. I don't think that's a realistic animation. Tyreek Hill's like 5'10". He ain't mossing no one. But whatever, Madden, do your thing. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. Tua's going to throw, and it's caught again by Mike Gesicki, who mosses another defender for another touchdown. As we're having some trouble with him in the red zone, as he's mossed 2 defenders in the end zone, and those are how the Dolphins got both their touchdowns. Definitely need to work on that in the second half if we're going to win, because we can't let that shit happen like this we're doing right now and still win. It just doesn't work like that. So we'll have the ball back. We'll see if we can do anything before the end of half. We'll have just over a minute left to hopefully not turn the ball over. We'll see what we can do. 1st and 10 at the 20, we're able to throw an out route to Jamar Chase. Gets out of bounds. That's important because now we can just take our time. We don't have to rush or anything. 2nd and 3, Joe Burrow actually has his X Factor enabled. And he finds Joe Mixon in the middle of the field on that Texas route. Able to make it 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Bengals are almost in field goal range. We'll see if they're able to successfully get themselves in field goal range. As Joe Burrow back to pass again. And he is going to throw a low pass to Hayden Hurst. And he comes back and makes the catch. Oh, wow. Yeah, you definitely don't want to give Joe Burrow that much time, especially when he has his X Factor. So now it's 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. See what they can do. And it's picked off. It's picked off by Byron Jones. He was looking for Jamar Chase, but Byron Jones got the best of him on that play. So now the Dolphins will have an opportunity to get some points here. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. And Jalen Waddle makes the catch. And he's going to get a huge run after catch. He's going to get a huge run after catch yardage here. And he's going to get all the way up to the 32-yard line. Bengals, I just said not to do things like that, and you're doing them, so not great. 1st and 10, and this is picked off by Jacoby Awuzie. So our defense gets lucky and gets a pick. So that I guess that play to Jalen Waddle doesn't really matter, but a bit alarming. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Joe Burrow back to passing, gonna go deep to Jamar Chase, and this is picked off by Byron Jones again. Oh my gosh, this has been a weird sequence of events in this final bit of the first half. Now the Dolphins are gonna attempt a field goal. Looks like as Jason Sanders back to attempt the kick, and this is way off. I don't know what happened there. It must have just been a lag or something. So I was lucky. That was insanely lucky though. I didn't give up any points on that drive. Oh boy, we threw like 2 picks within like the final minute of the first half. Like, that is terrible. So we need to really clean that up if we're gonna win this game, because that is not gonna fly. Yeah, we'll see. We do give the ball to the Dolphins to start off this second half. So see if our defense can show up, like they sort of have, but they also sort of haven't. It's definitely a mixed bag on what they're gonna do. Raheem Mostert's gonna take it up to the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 with 4:57 left in the third. Raheem Mostert's gonna take the handoff and get a gain of 3 yards to make it 2nd down and 7. And they're going to hand off to Mostert again, and he is going to shake off a tackle from Jesse Bates, but he still doesn't get the 1st down as the Bengals are well prepared. It'll be 3rd and 2 at the 32. Tua back to pass this time, and he's going to throw, and it's caught by Jalen Waddle, but he's short of the line. He's actually short by a yard. It'll be 4th and 1 at their own 34. We'll see if they go aggressive and go for it. They will. They're going to hand off. Oh, no, they're not going to hand off. They tried to do an RPO. But the Bengals able to take down Tua again as he just had no time to throw. The Bengals have the ball in phenomenal field position. We'll see if they can take advantage of it. As 1st and 10, very sketchy pass. Almost threw another pick to Byron Jones. It'll be 2nd and 10 at 31. Joe Burrow, don't do that. As he's going to throw to Mitchell Wilcox, who shakes off a tackle and gets the 1st down. So, hell of an effort by him to pick up that 1st down. Sorry I didn't get your name right. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. Joe Burrow back to pass. He's going to throw to Jamar Chase on the drag route, and he's going to get up to the 5-yard line to make it 1st down and goal. Good job by Jamar Chase to pick up that 1st down, get us a fresh set of downs. We'll hand off to Joe Mixon, who is going to try and get a touchdown, but he only gets a yard as the Dolphins were all over him. It'll be 2nd down and goal. Joe Burrow back to pass, and he's going to throw to Joe Mixon, and he can't quite get in. It'll be 3rd and goal at the 1-yard line. They're right there. Oh man, this is very close. They need to get this. So they're going to hand it to Mitchell Wilcox, and he doesn't get it. They stop him. It'll be 4th and goal at the 1. So they have a decision here. They can take the field goal or they can go for it. And it looks like they're going to go for it. As Joe Burrow back to pass, he's going to throw, and it's incomplete. The Dolphins defense stands tall and doesn't give up any points on that drive. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 1-yard line for Tua and the Dolphins, and Tua is going to just barely get rid of it. Would have had a touchdown at Tyreek Hill if he threw that on target, but that's a very big missed opportunity by the Dolphins. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 1-yard line. Tua back to pass once again, and he's going to throw, and it's caught by Tyreek Hill this time as he's able to connect with this guy, and he's going to get a huge play here. Shaking off a tackle, but unfortunately for the Bengals, they're able to get him anyway. Unfortunately, now they're in better field position. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line of the Bengals after we end this 3rd quarter sequence. And yeah, 4th quarter, this is the big quarter. One of these teams will pull away and win. If not, it'll go to overtime. We'll just have to see how this shapes out. It's 1st and 10. Jalen Waddle and 2 guys making that catch. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line with about 4:20 left in the game. Tua back to pass. He's going to throw, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Gesicki, but unfortunately for them, not able to connect on that play. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line. And they'll hand off to Raheem Mostert, who shakes off a tackle, but he gets a gain of 6 yards. It'll be 3rd and 4 at the 14-yard line. Tua back to pass, and he is going to get taken down. He was kind of running around, and he couldn't really find anyone as it's 4th and 7 at the 17-yard line. They're going to go for it again. Very aggressive decisions the Dolphins are making. Jalen Waddle makes the catch, and he's tackled just short of the line to gain. So the Bengals, they're able to stand tall, make that big tackle, and now they have an opportunity to get some points going. See if they can. 1st and 10, Joe Burrow, just barely gets it off. That would have been bad if he didn't. That would have been a terrible loss of down. 2nd and 10 at the 22. Joe back to pass. He's going to throw to a wide open Tyler Boyd who makes that catch. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. As the Bengals have a money drive here, they pretty much have to score on this drive. If they don't score here, they're in risk of losing the game pretty much. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. Jamar Chase on the out route, able to make that catch for a gain of 8 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Joe back to pass. He will have all kinds of time as the Dolphins aren't really rushing anyone. He's going to throw, and it's caught by Tyler Boyd. A very sketchy pass there, but it is a completion to Tyler Boyd. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Joe Burrow back to pass again, and he is going to throw, and he trying to find T. Higgins, but he just kind of threw that off target. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line. Joe back to pass once again. He is going to have all kinds of time again. He's going to throw. Hayden Hurst making that catch after getting open. And he's going to fight and get up to the 3-yard line to make it 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. So now, if they don't score here, this will be bad. As 2nd and goal after the 1-yard loss. And they need a touchdown, too. If they don't get a touchdown, the Dolphins could easily win this game. As they do get a touchdown, as Joe Mixon wide open on that play, getting that touchdown that the Bengals definitely needed. The reason it's such a big deal that we get a touchdown is because if we kick a field goal and the Dolphins get a touchdown, they would be up, and then the pressure would really be on us, so we don't want that. So now the Dolphins will have the ball back, down by 7 with just under a minute left in the game. We'll have to see what they can do. They have to get a touchdown on this drive. If they don't, this game's essentially over. As Raheem Mostert's going to return this, and he's not going to get a big return. Probably shouldn't have returned it. You should probably try to save as much clock as you can. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Tua back to pass, and he's going to have all kinds of time. He's going to throw, and it's caught again by Mike Gesicki. And Mike Gesicki's getting a huge play here, and he's going to get up to the 25-yard line. As the Bengals' sketchy defense is kind of really not doing great on that play. It's 1st and 10, Jalen Waddle mossing a guy and getting in for a touchdown. Oh my gosh, okay. That was literally like 2 plays, and the Dolphins already scored a touchdown, and they're going for 2 as well. If they don't get this game's over. As Raheem Mostert's going to take it, and he fights. He gets in. So now the Dolphins are up by 1 point. Now the pressure's on us. We have to get a field goal, or we have to get a field goal here to try and kick a game-winning field goal or something here. We only have 36 seconds. As our defense did us no favors on that drive. They literally just gave us the ball right back, which is, I mean, it's good and bad. It's good because we have time, but it's bad because our defense can't get a stop in this game. It's 1st and 10. Joe Burrow missing a throw horribly to Jamar Chase as he was open. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line. Joe back to pass, having time. He's going to throw, and it's caught by Hayden Hurst, who gets out of bounds, but he probably should have tried to get more yards on that play before going out of bounds. 3rd and 4th to 31. Joe Burrow back to pass, and he's going to throw, and it's caught by T. Higgins. We needed that. And now the Bengals use their first timeout, and they're in field goal range. I'm pretty sure that's field goal range. So it'll be 1st and 10. We'll hand off to Joe Mixon, and he doesn't really go anywhere. But, I mean, that's okay for us just because, you know, we just don't want to turn the ball over. We're in field goal range. 2nd and 10 to 39. We'll see what we do here. Joe Burrow is going to drop back to pass. He's going to throw wide open is Hayden Hurst. Well, I don't know what the Dolphins are doing on that play, and he's going to go down at the 1. He gave up the touchdown. So now it looks like they're just going to try and attempt a game-winning field goal. We'll have to see if it pays off. That was a gamble there, because if we miss this field goal, man, that would be terrible if we lost the game because we didn't get a touchdown that was pretty much given to us. But yeah, 1st and goal at the 1-yard line, and it's iced. Big kick here. If he makes this, we win, and he does. And so the Bengals will win this game, 24-22. As, oh man, that last minute of play was absolutely insane. We had our touchdown, the Dolphins' touchdown. They went for 2. and then we just somehow managed to rally and get all the way up to the 1 and kick a game-winning field goal. So definitely a crazy game in that final minute. Other than that, it wasn't really that amazing of a game. As Tua actually had a better game than us. He had more yards and he had less interceptions. The only thing worse is he had a worse completion percentage, but he had a significantly better game than us. We still won. No one ran the ball at all in this game. It was really just all Tua and Joe Burrow. Receiving, Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Looks like they led the game in receiving. Tyler Boyd behind him, Mike Gesicki behind him. Hayden Hurst had 100. Jamar Chase had 100. As I think like six people, 6 receivers had over 100 yards. So there was some offense. No one really took over the game. It was just like a really crazy game where just everyone was producing. As Chidobe Awuzie had that huge interception that pretty much saved us from giving up points at the end of the half. So yeah, that's all I have for this video. Yeah, this will be my final video with the Cincinnati Bengals, at least for some time, because I did 3 games with them, and I'm gonna try to do 3 games with some teams. I did the Bengals, so whatever my next team is, I'm not sure yet, but once I do, I'll let you guys know, and then we'll do the video. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this series where I play 3 games with the team. So yeah, sayonara Bengals, it was fun, and I wish you guys a peace out.